Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday to you for all of those who are here in attendance, which, from what I can tell, is not very many. Let me just have a quick look. Do we actually have anyone? I'll be gentle. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. Just a Thursday here. I'm not working today, so I decided I would take a little break, jump onto the computer, and play a little of sponsorship game that I'm taking part in for another streamer that I follow. So, the game that we're playing today is Foundation Galactic Frontier. And basically, it's a sort of little builder type game. You start off with an energy core at level 1 and collecting parts of your ship. And then all you're doing is building yourself up level by level, taking on stronger enemies, collecting stuff, that kind of thing. So just be looking at a bit of that today. Also, I'm looking to test out some chat commands that I've been adding. So at any point in time, if you want to drop exclamation mark commands, it'll take you to a page. You'll get a list of the chat commands. There's some friendly Scottish insults there. You can pop them into chat, insult other people, that kind of thing. Just feel free to use them, especially if anyone else comes in. But as there doesn't seem to be much in the way of speaking for me to be paying attention to, what I'm going to do is I shall just jump straight into the game and get on with things. At the same point in time, I might pop some commands in, but hopefully one or two of the people who follow me will come in and they'll actually use the commands themselves. So let me just change to the gameplay itself and we'll get started. So here we have the general layout of your ship. Each of these areas can be constructed. You'll notice that my ion shipyard is getting built up. This is the main thing in the center here, the core. That's the one that you're mainly looking to build. Obviously, you can go in, you can collect free stuff. You've got your resources here, your 3 different types of ships that go with your major ship that you've got. And then a couple of little shops, research centres, that kind of thing. So I have been building this up. Let me just get one of these started off. I'll just do a quick help request and hopefully some of the clan mates will throw some support our way. Other than that, claim this on a daily basis just to make sure you've got it. Just give you a couple of resources and I've just check on my guild. A lot of crates to open. And then once these are open, that'll go around and I can add a crate myself. So I'll just take some more of that. I'll take that. I've actually completed the sponsorship for my friend who streams, but it's not a bad little game, this, to be honest. So I'm just going to carry on doing it for a little while and see how it goes. So what we'll do from there is we shall check on what's been said here. Thank you for that. Crucial lifeline for our survival. And we skip that and we'll take that. Couple of chests and a 5-minute speed up. So that's not too bad for someone else doing the work for us. And what we'll do is we have a free recruitment. So let's just take one of those. And that gets us 10 shards of him. So I'll have a quick nosy. I don't think I can do anything with him. Oh no, I can. So let's just promote him again. You've got various different levels. I've now been through these twice. as you get further up, or as you promote, it just changes from the green to the yellow to the orange. And as you can see, she's not exactly very high up because I've only just recently got her. So, grab the resources and then I'll probably start doing my daily type things. Let's just kick that off and we shall upgrade my beam shipyard. Quick use that to get the resources necessary and we'll just set that off. So I'll just have my free recruit. And this basically gives you your crew and they help out on the ship, assuming that you can build them up far enough. So if we go and have a quick check, consultant, yep, so let's do her, and crew management, that's fine. Construction wise, we've got Tariq, we have actually started him up one level. So that is not too bad whatsoever. We'll just leave them at it. Better request some of that. And then I think, let's just check, is there any mail? Some, but not interesting stuff. Nothing much going on there. So next up, grab the free packs if you have them. Claim your daily quests. And these will all provide some items that you'll need. So I'm going to purchase any of those packs. Let's have a look at events, battle trial. Not too sure what the battle trial is, but let's give it a go. Oh, that's fine. We'll waste that, no problem whatsoever. Get a good amount of resources from it that will help us build up. And then we'll slowly take these out until we can't go any higher. That'll give us some items. But yeah, hope everyone is doing well today. As I say, there's new chat commands kicking around. If anyone wants to try them out in the chat, feel free to. And to bring up the list is obviously just exclamation mark commands. Still can't say I'm used to sitting here talking to myself, but apparently I am. Let's just give a call there and invite everyone. And in the meantime, I'll drop off a ship for these two rallies as well, just because they are clanmates. And then we'll see how we get on. But yeah, bear with me 2 ticks. Let me just bring this up. So maybe in May, and if anyone's in and knows me from using Deb's chat, one of the commands I've added is for her, and you can put in offer, and that'll bring you up the offer fuck's sake. Probably going to be used a lot when I die, undoubtedly. But we'll wait and see about that. Still waiting on the rally finishing at this time. But yeah, there's a few other chat commands there for anyone to play with if they wish to. And if anyone fancies testing out my moderation bots, feel free to try and spam some junk, that kind of thing, and we'll see if it goes through or if it is prevented from going through. So one rally's almost finished. It's fine, we'll just let that go. Got a couple of gifts, no help necessary, so not need to do anything in there. What can do while I'm waiting is collect my free pack for the day, which is to be found within here. And also let's just have a quick look at what we've got. So we've got some resources, quite a few speed ups. Main ones that you're going to be interested in would definitely be the construction ones, not necessarily the ships or that kind of thing. So yeah, 30 seconds on that. That's still fighting at the moment. But we'll see about that. And then once we've got the sort of dailies done, we shall look at what we can do about upgrading things, getting ourselves more powerful, and where we might go next. Yeah, there we go. We got some more swag, so that's not too bad. Let's go and challenge the next level here. And then I might just put my other two ships to auto rally once they're done, just while I'm messing around with these smaller ships. Because that way at least they'll be collecting stuff for me. Yeah, so we've got that. Let's just carry on going. And we've got another rally here, so let's pop that up and see if we can get folk to join us. Oops. Click on that and then invite everyone. And at the same point in time, let me just jump in here, and for rally, we will auto join, and we'll use both of these to auto join. And that way, they're off doing something useful. And better do this for my clan. Let's just donate everything. $10,000. Let's just use one of them. That way, I don't have to worry about running out, and I can just speed dump into there. Quickly claim that, and then we'll go on to challenge the next one. Again, these are rallies, and the fleet's already in a rally, so we're waiting on that finishing. Bear with me one sec. I'm just going to see if I can bring this seat up any further, because quite frankly, it's giving me a sore neck. I think we're getting that. Let's have a look. Where are we? Rally. 1 minute 32 before that's finished. That's flying, and that's just rallying at the moment, and it's gone flying, so that's fine. In the meantime, I shall set these off. In fact, no, I won't set those off because you need to be out with a rally for it. So I'll worry about that later on. What I can do is I can set my excavations off because you don't need ships available. I'll let them kick off. And also I can collect all of these that have the red dots. That just gets us resources, speeds up, all that kind of thing, and you slowly raise your network level. You can also go in and help clanmates out here, and that provides them some valuable assistance because they're all trying to level up as well. collect it, and as we collect off the clanmates, we get more and more of these done. So it's always a useful thing to nip into that area and help your clanmates out if you've got them. Because you will collect an awful lot in a short amount of time. That should do for that just now. Let's go and check the status of our rallies. Just the one left, which means we have completed up here. Let's take our flagship and we're on the battle trail. Claim the next box, and we've got several here that we can claim. And then we'll just carry on challenging and just keep building that way. Bing, 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 bing. Hopefully, if anyone is within the chat, they can hear me and I'm not just talking to a muted mic. Oh, no, I want to do that. I want to do that. And it's battle trail we're after. I'd say just be a short stream today, maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. It is only 25 past 11 at this time in the morning. This wonderful Thursday. So we'll just need to see how it goes. Let's just attack that one. It shouldn't take too long. We'll get that killed. And then we look to grab the next one. Oh. We have a couple of these to take, and also that helps reduce the morale, which is good for us because it makes things easier to kill. And we have another rally to set up, so we can do that, and then we'll leave that to be chased down. Excuse me, just 1 second while I cough. It's better. Bit of a dry throat today. Just heal, and let's collect those. And as you can see, we have mail, which gives us things to collect. A lot of those will be defeats because people do keep trying to attack those 130 Ascendancy shrines, or shrines even, when their ships are not powerful enough and shouldn't be trying it. So just be wary of that if you're ever playing. But yeah, should have been working today, but not been feeling great most of the week, so was on for a couple of hours yesterday and then just took the rest of the day off and let my boss know that I wouldn't be in today because, just kind of feeling a bit dodgy at the moment. Here we go. I think the rally should be kicking off within the next few seconds, and then we'll kill that ship and we'll go back to just killing small ones again. I might split the stream today, to be honest. There is another game that I play, which is Windrose. It's a sort of survival crafting game with pirates, believe it or not, and it's actually really quite good. I'm getting right into it. Not that good at it. I continually die, and there's a pile of grave markers kicking around everywhere I go. But at the same point in time, it's a fun game, so might be worth jumping onto there to die a little bit later on. I shall have to wait and see. Let's challenge the next. At least this one isn't a rally, so we're not waiting on other people joining us, and it's a straightforward fly to it, destroy it, collect. And then while we're doing all that, that's getting us lots of lovely things that we can then use to upgrade our champions. At least until the point in time where we run out. And of course, as well as upgrading them, you can upgrade their abilities as well. And it's the same with your flagships. So not quite got enough there to level that up, but we'll be looking to get that completed at some point today. It's fine, and let's just jump over here again and get back up again. And we'll just carry on doing that for a little while. As there doesn't seem to be too many people coming in, what I'll do is I shall test some of these myself. So I'm not going to be looking at the screen for a second just while I do this, and we're wanting to maybe do a tile. See what that pops up for us. Does look okay, so I'm perfectly satisfied that that one is working. There may be one or two that I will need to make a slight adjustment to, but I'll worry about that at the time. I'm just going to do the auto rally or the rally for 1 minute because there should be enough clanmates online that if they've got their auto rally set, it should fill up relatively quick. Mm. 19 seconds. But this is only my third stream or third day that I've actually been streaming, Monday, Tuesday, and then today. So I don't know yet whether or not I actually enjoy it or whether or not I'm just doing it out of some perverse need to actually do it and prove to myself that I can do it. Probably the latter, to be honest. I'm starting to get slightly higher powered enemies. And just while I'm at it, what I'll do is I'm just going to quickly test another one. So let's do two of them, in fact. We'll do hug, and that will be, I think, if I remember rightly, hugs should just be the one. Let me just check that. So, yeah. So if we do I hug and then a name, and let me see, who can we do a hug to? Is there anyone on? So still only yourself. I'll be gentle. So what I'm going to do is I shall do I hug at. Can't even type. I hug at. And then I'll just hug myself, in fact, since there's no one else around. And it's just a case of Geese Pez, a cosy wee hug. That's it. I am Scottish, so you will find that a lot of my commands are directed at or worded in the way that I would actually speak them. If you can excuse me for 2 minutes as well, please. I'm just going to quickly BRB because I did hear the missus shouting on me, so I shall not be long. And that's me back again. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for waiting. And let's get an invite out again. And we'll see how many users or colleagues from the clan come and join us. And at the same time, let's help our colleagues out with their buildings. Yep, we've got further rewards. Get this champion, so we'll take the daily quests. That gives us another claim on this, and we now can actually select more champions to come down. So that's not too bad. We'll look at that in a moment once this rally is over with. Then we'll see who we get this time. There we go. I think that safely say that one has been destroyed. So just while we're at it, let's quickly nip back here and we shall open our 10 recruits. Find out exactly who we get. too bad. At least 20 shards for heroes, so hopefully that will maybe allow us to put someone up. But we do have the ability to raise some of these. So we'll do that. Then we'll come out there, and the next thing I'm going to do actually is I want to look at what this ship has. Component-wise, I think we will upgrade that, and we're probably going to do that by a fair amount. That gets us a bit more power and strength for defeating higher up enemies. And we'll find there. So that will keep the money and the goodies flowing in. Next thing, of course, is to jump back to here. And then just while we're doing that, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to pop up another command and we'll see how we get on with that. So let me just bring up my commands and let's see what we've got that we can play with. So we did iHugs. So this one, let's just check iHugs. And this should be for everyone in chat. As you can see, we get a warm big hug to you all, buddy. Yeah. Run slightly low on there, so let's just give ourselves some potion. That just gives us the ability to fight for longer and do more things. But yeah, I say, not a long stream. I'm only just testing my commands. I'll maybe look to come back on a little bit later this afternoon and do some of Windrose, or I might look at playing some marbles on stream depending on how many people come in to say hello and visit. Because I've had a look at marbles on stream and there's not a lot of point in playing by myself. That's fine, and let's just go back and start killing even further. What have I been on for? Let me just check. So we've now been up for 38 minutes, which I can put up with, and our next command to try is going to be one of the friendly insults, I think. So I will direct this at myself because I don't want to be directing at anyone who just might randomly have walked in off the street. And this would be I trolley, and then at, and let me just do it to myself. And there we just get a nice fun little Scottish type of insult that people will be able to throw at each other and say things to each other, preferably without getting into fights, because that just would be silly. Okay, that gives us a few more things. What I'd like is a fair wee pile of those grey things, to be honest, or the green things, because they allow me to upgrade the components on my ship. And upgrading the components on the ship obviously means more damage. More damage means further in the game, which is generally the point of all these kind of games. kick off a rally here, and then we will request some support. Can't help how old I am, cool. Unfortunately, it just happens to be the time. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing well this Thursday. No, it's not a problem, cool. Don't worry about it, mate. I'm old. It can't be helped. How's yourself anyway? You having a good day? Yeah, I don't know about awesome, but yeah, it's nice to be nice. And it is a Thursday, and it is coming up for lunchtime, so this afternoon should be relaxed, chilled, waiting for the weekend, and probably thinking about going for a beer at some point in time. Don't know if you've played this game before or not. It's just a little thing that I'm trying out just while I fix and correct some things that were happening with the stream. I've not exactly been streaming for long, only this is only my third stream, so it's still a bit rough around the edges. Let's go and click the mail. Plenty there, got the rewards, that's fine. We'll just collect all of those and then delete them, and we'll leave our auto rally playing away. And we'll just carry on with the challenges and working our way up. So what about yourself? Cool. Are you working today or day off? So yeah, we should manage to destroy this one. Although we are starting to struggle just a little bit. But we'll see how high we can get up. And what I'll then do is I'm going to try another one. So we have our alert commands, and the fun one would obviously be Let's try I pub, because I am Scottish after all. That's basically to declare it's time for a drink. Yeah, it appears that Cool has left us again, so that's unfortunate. And he didn't even follow, which is even more unfortunate. I'm kind of hoping to build up. I've got another 22 to go to get to the magical number of 50. What we're going to do is jump in here. We'll have a quick look at the components on our own ship. They're all fairly high. Might want to bring that up a little bit further. So let's just click there. We'll upgrade that and we'll boost this a little bit. Not as far as that because I don't want to waste all of these. We will need them for something else, undoubtedly, probably upgrading similar types of components. So that'll do it. Then we can just upgrade. And as I say, that's basically it. You just fight, upgrade, fight some more, upgrade some more, and work your way up. And another rally. I'm going to give this one slightly longer just for more people to join. And then we invite them all. And let's see what we have here. And flagship component. That's fine. Do we have anything that we can construct? Doesn't look like at this time, which is unfortunate yet again, because it would be nice. But, you know, we will get there eventually, not to worry. Bear with me 2 seconds, I'm just going to have a drink. And back again. Still just yourself there, I'll be gentle. Apparently Cool Neon, after coming in and saying I'm too old, has decided that yes, I am too old and has disappeared. Don't know what the age limit is for being a Twitch streamer. Perhaps only people under 30 should be streamers. Or maybe even only people under 25, because let's face it, this is not attractive to look at, unlike some of the streamers out there. But then again, does have to be said, my face is not built for attraction, it's built to keep my brains in my head when I bend over to tie my shoelaces. Now, the next chat thing that I'm going to try is slightly different. It's just going to be AFF, and as you can see, that's just saying goodbye to folk. At the same point in time, I did build another one. Let me just find it, where you can do I see ya, or exclamation mark see ya, and that will actually say goodbye to someone. So if we pop that up and I was to do Pez 71 and use that, you're basically just saying cheerio to any of your mates that might be leaving the chat. So that might come in handy for a few folk, depending on the chat picking up in the future and there being more people online to actually use it. We can but hope. And we're now up to 50 minutes, so that's not too bad. One viewer this whole time, well, two if you count Cool Neon, but he has disappeared, so not sure if we can count him. And we'll slowly whittle this ship down and then eventually defeat it, and we can go about our merry way. Just straighten myself up in the seat. Might stop me getting sore back and sore shoulders too much. Does seem to be very quiet today. Usually by this time I would expect 2 or 3 folk to have popped in, said hello and disappeared again. This one's definitely struggling a little bit to kill this, but I'm sure we'll be fine because we're almost double its strength at this point in time. What I may well do though is need to quickly go and check something once this battle's over, just to see if we are going out this afternoon. If so, I may need to end the stream a little bit prematurely. But just bear with me. Once this fight's over, I shall go and check on that. Ah, evidently we did not win. That is unfortunate. Let's just click that. So we're short that one fight. And that's basically because none of our colleagues came and joined us. So if you just excuse me for a couple of minutes, I'll be gentle. I just need to quickly nip away. Back again in a few minutes.